Brasco and Beast. Fit, fabulous, and frisky.
I'm Brasco.
And I'm Beast. And we are now in Florence.
And about to Galleria d'Academia.
Yeah, we're about to see the statue of David and all that. We're about to get a good guided tour. We're going to take you with us.
Yeah.
Because we're catching a cool tour with Elvis.
That's his name, for real.
Obviously, this is something that catches the attention of a lot of folks over the weekend. You can see the old structures and that big long line for where we're going right now. And then down on the other side. But it's the Galleria dell'Accademia.
So you have more power, your family is bigger, probably your house is taller. It didn't work, so someone had the idea to cut, to crop all the houses you have. All of them.
Like.
Okay, let's go this way. We'll continue inside. It was a time when they decided to cut the houses to avoid fights, and they leave only one tower with the government, the Republic, Palazzo Vecchio today, with a copy of David outside. But the bricks, the rest of the houses are actually here. So you are with me on 7 meters. There is a city underground, like in Naples. That's why when you walk around, you can see windows by the floor. Basements, bodegas, where you keep the cereals or the wine, but also you paint, you make sculptures, mosaics. You prefer to work downstairs because there in summer it's not hot and in winter it's warmer, and you also have a quick access to the streets. So Florence is not anymore small and tall. Now it's flat, it's getting wider and wider. But if you remember the cathedral, that place was surrounded by basements, bodegas, where you could see Donatello and later Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, all of them with the doors wide open, copying things from each other, looking back in the past. That is what we call today Renaissance. So we started touring that time, before the Renaissance. We had here in Florence Gothic style. That was a very sad, flat wall to teach the gospel, the Old Testament, like a comic book, simple. People, they don't read, they don't have a Bible at home. It's super easy with a golden background always. Because the churches, they were super dark, small. So when you come here praying, and you put some candles, the fire makes you believe this is a window to heaven, to salvation, like a ticket, jump the line in the afterlife, as we did today. So, let's say that a wealthy family can buy one of those panels, super big, with a top part like a half moon. That is for the center of the church, the main altar. Other families buy those with the square shapes for the sides of the basilica. You can go praying privately. Someone dies in your family, you can bury them, you know. Not many people can buy those, so maybe you can afford to buy one of those little paintings. If you see the Virgin, and there is another one below, those two, they are very important for you today. They have a beautiful story. So it was a monk painting for the church, an abandoned kid. When he is about 40, one day this monk falls in love with a beautiful girl, blonde, beautiful, like the Jennifer Lopez of the time. And both, they go to talk to the Medicis. They don't want to be at the church anymore. They exit and they open a new business around the cathedral, where everyone is busy, making some paintings. Years are passing by. And these two, this couple, they had students, maybe 10 of them. Kids, they start when they are 8 or 9. If tomorrow you are good enough, you can leave your master and you can open your own shop at the age of 20. One day the master, with one of the students, that was about 16, they are together painting the nun as the Virgin Mary blonde, Jesus baby, St. John the Baptist, 2 angels, and the master is checking, oh, this guy is really good. He deserves a chance, he's talented, it's always worth it. So nighttime, the monk talking to his wife, he says, why don't we adopt him? I think we cannot have children. If tomorrow I die, he's gonna take care of my wife, he will take care of the workshop. That used to go from one generation to the next. This teenager I'm telling you, after helping this master, in the future, is going to be Sandro Botticelli. That paints the Spring, Venus at Uffizi. The one below, that was Botticelli 17. That one is going to change history of that. If you check, that little one has a glass. Super clean, but there's a glass. This one in glass, that one in glass. When you see the glass, we don't know how much it costs. It's quite expensive. If tomorrow we need to take it from that wall into that room, only the insurance could be 100 million euros. Just to move it. If you go tomorrow to Rome, to Venice, if you see a glass, please stop there 3 seconds. You can take a picture because those masterworks, they are never leaving Italy. That one can go to Boston, Madrid, Mexico. This one never. So this is another reason for the lines. It's not only because of David. You can only see in this museum Botticelli, 17 years old, who did something special. Now the Virgin Mary is tickling, making Jesus laugh. When everything was black death and fear, this tender moment is going to make people come into the church. Now 97% of the population, they will be all of them Catholic Christians. And you can tell that he is like Leonardo da Vinci. He knows about architecture, sculpting, painting, vanishing point. It looks like a facade of a church. That was made 600 years ago. We have cleaned it a couple of times, but it still looking like new. When you know about painting, things remain. Check the difference between that one and this one on the side. This one. And it was like a comic book in the sense that if you see the keys of heaven, this is St. Peter's. Simple, easy. The parents of Michelangelo living in a little village, Caprese, like the mayors, when they are bankrupt, they are coming back to Florence. And their little savings are for Michelangelo, so Michelangelo can study with this master a bit of everything. In travel, he will have expensive materials. So before we go to see David, I just want you to know who was the best before Michelangelo. Thanks to that guy that he got jealous with a little kid, Michelangelo is going to live with the Medicis. That was a very important thing. Let's go to the next one.
I didn't know it was so big. It is so big. I had no idea it was so large.
7 meters with the base. So everyone knows that in city center there is a copy of David. That one used to be there more than 20 years. So one day finally they cut the base, which was quite heavy. And only this David, 4 days, 100 men rolling, they took the real sculpture slowly from Signoria Square in here, because next door is the fine art school with the name of Michelangelo, used to come about when he was little. Everything in this gallery is about Michelangelo. So today in City Center you can see the real base from Michelangelo with a fake David, and that is a new base with the real. This is the real sculpture. Impressive when you can hear the first time, but actually it's much better if we go on the side over there, so you can understand what is David looking at and what was the commission to make bricks.
Explain what this is, I'm saying again.
So this is the Duomo, the cathedral, with no facade. They used to leave the most expensive thing for the end, because years are passing by, so always they want another thing at the entrance. And Michelangelo, over there, have you seen the picture? Michelangelo checking Brunelleschi's dome, his master, when you talk about architecture. Bell Tower of Giotto, the Doors of Paradise from Donatello, Lorenzo Ghiberti, Michelangelo, so everyone I love, they used to work in this place. I love stones. One day I want to be an architect. The Medicis are in Rome, And Michelangelo, 22 years old, arrogant as always, goes to the old palace to talk to the Republic, the mayor of the city. Michelangelo says, I want to finish the facade, the cathedral. And the mayor says, no, I don't know who you are. You are always traveling. I hear something about the time Rome, but I cannot give this expensive project to the first one that shows up. But you know, Michelangelo, I am very busy. Come with me. So if you see today the cathedral, there is the baptistry. Behind a yellow building, Museo de la Ópera. That, long time ago, was an open space, like a terrace. In the middle of this patio, the mayor has a block of marble 7 meters high. Two people already tried to do there. David when defeats Goliath from the Bible. They haven't finished. The mayor says, Michelangelo, would you do that for me? I'm going to pay you very well. We are going to put the sculpture up the cathedral, close to the door. This one and many other things. You do one for me, and I see how good you are, how fast. This shoulder, more or less, supposed to be there. Oh.
Oh, okay. 'Cause that's the statue. The plan is to put the statue there.
Supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
But it's not there anymore.
So Michelangelo enters the open space with the marble block, and he knows this is almost broken, fragile, it's been hit, bad quality. It looks like the letter P, narrow, this shape. You can see down. There is a gap here. The legs are on the way. If you hit with your hammer in the wrong place, everything crumbles. That's why two people didn't want to finish that. But Michelangelo in Rome studied. He used to make copies, buying super cheap pieces of marble or rocks. Michelangelo can see his chance. He says to the mayor of the city, if you close this patio for me, where is the block, with a wooden fence around, 7 meters or so, I don't need dirty water, rats, black death, people bothering me. I think I can make it, but I have to be like in a bubble, focus on my own. Many people, they talk, and then they decide to press it. We're using today the copy outside the old palace, Signoria Square, the first sculpture, David. Later they will buy many others, Jewish people. Like a video game, the clouds open. There is a ray of light, God saying, don't you worry my son, I'm here. That was the plan of Michelangelo. To have half the cathedral because he couldn't make 3 minutes later the monster scale. So this is what David knows, is the chosen one. The mayor was right, the head and the hands are super big. Why is that? Maybe because if you place something like this far from you, first the size changes. But also Michelangelo loves games. Like a Russian doors, you open, it's always small. That could be the reason. Maybe because no one reads or writes in that time. He was teaching everyone how David defeated Goliath. His faith in God, his hands moving by God. This time he didn't write Michelangelo whatever did. Who is going to see that far?
No, it's okay. The eyes have hearts in them.
Heart shape.
Heart shape.
Why is that?
A man after
Because
God's own heart.
when the sun moves, the light hits up there, and then there is a bright as our pupils. But it only works at 70 degrees. This machine you will never see the magic. That was the mathematics from Michelangelo.
So what is it that struck you the most about the tour?
I like the background information. Our guides share a lot of information about the history at the time, and then we learned about the early,
Years of Dave?
Michael Angelo. Yes, exactly.
And I think about the statue, like you said, the details were so striking.
Yes.
And and I know a little Bible myself, but the thing that got to me was when he talked about the details of the veins in her hands, showed how David was stressed even after he hit the
And
lion's
his
head.
feet were bigger because it was like an adolescent. Well,
It was like an adolescent.
Yeah, adolescent growing
Into his man body.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that was just awesome.
Pretty good. You have to definitely see it.
Yeah.
And this is when you go to the museum, you see the original copy, whereas in front of the Domo, you see a copy.
That's right. Them both are facing Rome.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, we're getting out of here. I'm
Yeah.
Brasco.
I'm Beast.
Arrivederci.
Brasco